Hey guys, welcome to this week's Raw and Uncut, and we are going to be answering some of the questions that you guys messaged and posted about the last Raw and Uncut.
Kick it off with the first question.
Kicking off. By the way, you may notice that Matt's not here again. He's holiday.
Holiday again.
It's holiday. So he does holiday. There are more holidays this year than me.
None of us have had one.
He's definitely had more than
I
you.
had a holiday, yeah.
You're getting married. Chris is getting married, so he can't actually do anything.
She's fans on that.
I know it's going to disappoint all the ladies out there, but he's getting married.
I'm
And she's not.
I'm not.
Not to him.
A single red bingo. Looking for a single player. So anyway, back to the questions. So the first question we had a few questions last week. Thanks to all that posted them in. The first one was, I find it hard to gain weight, and is there a way that I can gain weight without rapidly putting on lots of fat? So the biggest thing that no one addresses when it comes to losing weight or gaining weight is the gut health. So if you're really struggling to gain weight and you are literally generally racking the calories in, people tend to put their calories straight up. If they're normally doing 2,000 and they're maintaining, they usually rack it to say 4,000 or 5,000. I think they're going to get a bulk, as they call it, a cut and a bulk. I don't know why that terminology is used, but it's a bulk. Because they tend to put on loads of fucking fat as well as a little bit of muscle. But if you can't gain weight, there's usually a problem with your gut. If you're plowing in decent food and you're eating nutritious food and you're eating the high calories and you're still not gaining weight, then there is a problem with your digestive tract, on the way you break down your food. If you find you're eating and you're going to the toilet rapidly after, not necessarily having the shit, but if you're going to the toilet rapidly after, then there's a problem with your gut. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, no, he's absolutely right. It is. And if you've had years and years and years of like throwing, not the greatest of content of food into your stomach, and then suddenly you go to, I'm going healthy, you probably need to give your gut a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
And probiotics, digestive enzymes,
glutamine as well.
I'll try that again. Digestive
enzymes and decent glutamine.
Sound like a stroke then. But yeah, digestive enzymes. I mean, they are, protecting your gut. And do you know what? Another one I'm a fan of, particularly if you suffer a little bit from like irritable bowel, is wheatgrass.
Yeah, it's good. Don't have too much there.
No, don't have too much.
But literally, you will go through it.
I'm a fan of that.
It's good.
So yeah, heal the gut, absolutely. And do you know what? The best place to get a lot of this information from, as long as you get it from reputable sources, obviously, is Google. Google, healthy gut, gut bacteria, all that kind of stuff.
But the same goes if you're trying to lose weight as well.
Yeah.
If you're putting in decent food and you're really trying your food and struggling to lose weight, then there is a problem with your gut as well. You're just not breaking down the proteins. You're not breaking down the nutrients with your food. So make sure, first thing I'd ever do with a client is make sure their gut is healthy. It doesn't matter what coach you see, it doesn't matter who you see, the gut has to be healthy. And just going on about a calorie deficit just shows your lack of knowledge, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Eat
So
less.
what if someone came to you and said, "Oh, can I use a probiotic?" You can't just pick any random off the shelf, could you? Is there a certain one you would use?
There's two companies I would always use, and there are probably other ones out there as well, but Solgar and Nutri and Higher Nature.
I think it's a good question. I think any probiotic is better than no probiotic, unless it comes in some kind of milky yogurty substance.
Like a
No, you can't name them. But unless it comes in some milky yogurty substance, I probably would. It doesn't really matter as long as you get a probiotic in. I think. Yes, you can go into like how many micromilligrams of blah 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 you should have, but if you never used it, you're going to get a benefit.
The solar one's got 10 billion bacteria.
Yeah, so there you go. It's all good. Next question: how many times a week should you train? It's a really difficult question.
What you do.
It depends what you do. It depends on your recovery rate. It depends on whether you actually have a life outside of the gym. I think personally, I don't know. It depends where you're coming from. If you're coming from a place, what's the matter with you?
I feel short.
You are short, right? If you're coming from a place where you've not trained in years, going to 4 or 5 times a week is ridiculous. You're not going to recover. if you're a person who already trains 2 to 3 times regular and you feel like you need to step your game up, then there's nothing wrong with putting an extra session in. No. You just got to be aware of your recovery rate.
Rest days are important.
Yeah, you got you can't be doing 6 days a week.
We rested today, didn't we, Chris?
You did rest today. Yeah, we all rested today. And it's Wednesday rest day. It is a day of rest.
Or it is anyway.
Yeah. So it's down to you. There's no real like hard and fast. You should only train 3 times a week. You should only train 2 times a week. You got to train within your remit, yeah. You know, if you're feeling like you can do more, then
I think some people's definition of rest different to mine. Yeah. When I set a rest day, I mean rest.
Yeah.
Obviously, you go for a walk if you want.
It does absolutely nothing. Like, literally.
But when you rest, don't attempt to take a run. It's not fucking rest. Make sure you rest. Some people go, make sure you run. We need to rest like twice a week.
Yeah, the active rest. Well, I do active rest, but I only run for 3 miles a swim.
I did a 10-mile run. And then I did
active rest. I don't get that. Yeah, I did active rest day where I swam 4 miles and only ran my bike for 20. But it was active. Rest is recovering. It is bad for you.
Mark McDonald said it's not, so we're drinking it.
Yeah, Mark McDonald. Mac Nutrition. He said no. He said it's really good, didn't he? Yeah. He said it's part of your nutrition, didn't he? That's the answer to the question on training. If you're tired constantly, you're not getting anything, and you're not moving forward with your coaching or your training, then the chances are you're doing too much, or you're not eating enough.
If you're not gaining weight, there could be a problem with your training.
You could be overtraining, absolutely.
If you're trying to gain weight, and your cardio should be quite low.
And that's the same for like the opposite for fat loss. There's one in it. If you're absolutely smashing it and you're cutting your food right down, you're going to have no energy, no get up and go, and you literally are again set yourself up to fail because you're going to be tired.
When you train, you have micro tears. That's the reason why you're sore.
Yeah.
So if you train on top of a micro tear, you're going to get a trauma in the muscle, which is going to have injury. So if you're getting lots of injuries, there's probably a problem with your training at the moment. You're probably not getting enough rest days. And being sore for days on end isn't necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, being beasted and dying
My
for
trainer
a
stopped me
week.
from walking for a week.
Nothing fun about that.
Must be a good trainer.
Nothing fun about that at all.
That's
more an issue with your trainer. They're trying to justify why they're a trainer by beating the shit out of you. So, right.
Last question.
What's that?
How quickly can I drop weight?
Okay, cool. So, how quickly can you drop weight?
Today there's a wheatgrass.
Wow. Okay, let's take it from a logical point of view. You can drop weight as quickly as you want. So, for example, if you're a person that generally eats very high calorie meals or calorie dense food, and you all of a sudden stop eating calorie dense food and go to eating lower calorie dense food, you're going to drop weight quite quickly. So if you're eating 4,000 calories a day and then you eat 1,500 calories a day, you're going to lose weight really, really quickly. If you're the kind of person that has that kind of weight to lose, that is not necessarily a bad thing. There's no right or wrong way about how much weight you should lose. People say ideally a pound would be great, but if you're the kind of person who's carrying 4, 5, 6 stone of excess body fat, you're going to lose. You need to aim to lose more than a pound a week. You really should.
If you've started a plan and you have dropped a lot of weight in the first week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and you think it's great, you've dropped the weight, but it's not necessarily the weight that you want to drop.
Yeah.
So if you're continually dropping more than 2 or 3 pounds a week, then it's not going to be fat. Even 3 pounds a week is too much.
Absolutely.
So just be careful of what you're doing and how low you're dropping your calorie. Eventually that will run out, and then you're going to start feeling lethargic, going to start feeling rubbish, and that's when you're going to have a few problems.
It's being completely honest with yourself from the beginning. So from the beginning, if you honestly are looking in a mirror and you know, and I know we see people all the time who will come in and say they've got a figure in their head of what weight they want to be. So I want to be 8 stone, 9 stone, 10 stone, whatever it is, right? And we usually follow that with when was the last time you were that weight, and it'll either be when they were in their kiddie years or when they were before children. Or they've never. The best one is I've never been that weight. So you kind of go, it's a bit random. It's a bit of a random number to call out. However, I personally think that if you're realistically looking at yourself and you know that you have 4, 5 stone to drop, there is no hard and fast rule to how you drop that weight. You do not want to starve yourself. You do not want to drop your calories. But if you're, like I just said, if you're eating 4,000 calories a day from calorie dense food, which is really easy to do, and then go down to say 2,000 calories even if you don't go to low calorie dense food, you just literally go, I'm only going to eat. I'm still going to eat a pizza. I'm just only going to eat half of it. You're going to reduce your calories.
I still don't know why we go and weight. You don't walk into like Zara and go, wear your size 16 stone jeans, please.
Yes.
I mean, you don't walk into a shop and go, oh, I'm 14 stone, where's a t-shirt to 14 stone men? You go in there for your size, don't you? So you can get a man who's 90 or a female who's 70, 80k, but they can be in great shape and they can be ripped to shit. So weight is irrelevant. I know we keep on about weight, but weight is irrelevant.
It is.
When it comes to...
Unless, of course, you've got a lot to lose. Now, if you're the kind of person who's only maybe got the last, 14, 20, 25 pounds to drop, then Chris is absolutely right. The weight shouldn't really be the issue. It should be how you look, how you feel, how your clothes look on you. If you're going if have 4, 5, 6, 7, and some of our clients have got, in the past that we've worked with, I've had 7, 8 stone to drop, then there is no hard and fast rule. If you reduce the amount of food that you're eating, you're going to lose weight. If you reduce it a lot, you're going to lose a lot of weight really quickly. Not always the healthiest way if you've only got 14, 16, 18, 20 pounds to drop.
Yeah.
If you've got weight to drop it. It's gonna help you. That's the way I explain to people is if you're walking around all day with 80 kilos in a rucksack on your back, you don't want to take out a kilo a week, carrying that every day, do you?
No.
I don't want to, I'm going to drop a kilo of it a week because I love carrying 79 kilos of weight around with me. You're not. You want to get that weight off your back as quick as possible for you to be able to to move, to keep, to get fitter, to get healthier. It just comes to that point where being honest with yourself, how much weight have I actually got to drop? If you've got a stone, then you don't need to be trying to cut your calories drastically to lose that stone. If you've got weight to drop, then reducing your calories even by 1,000 calories a day, where you wouldn't really notice it, will be a massive dramatic scale. On that's the only time I think weight really becomes an issue. If you've got a lot of weight to lose, it's an issue. If you haven't got a lot of weight to lose,
and if you're gonna weigh yourself, do it once a month or something.
Yeah. Or absolutely. Or choose a day. I mean, they recommend you choose a day. You do first thing in the morning.
You tagged me in. What's that? Weigh yourself on a Friday, naked, squatting down.
Oh yeah. Some
company.
Some actually holistic company was like, weigh yourself on a Friday, naked. I can't remember what it was. Something or other. And I was like,
squatting down. It's just about squatting in it.
Or something like that. And I was thinking. And it wasn't a joke.
No.
It was a serious thing. And I thought, that's science. Science at its best, that was. Don't get hung up on it.
Nope.
If you got weight, and again, even if you've got a lot of weight to drop, you will soon notice. You don't need the scales to tell you. You can literally go, oh my God, that t-shirt. Your clothes will tell you. People will tell you. And that's it. And the biggest one, it's not really a question, but something I want to talk about is, surround yourself with people who support what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Surround yourself with people that support what you're doing. Because if you surround yourself with people who go, oh, you don't need to lose weight, or you don't need to do that, and you shouldn't be doing this, and that's not healthy, and all that.
Someone in there.
There's always going to be somebody, and they're going to put their opinion, and you're going to make your decisions based on somebody else's opinion. That is just ridiculous. It's an opinion, and like arseholes, everybody has one. And so you don't really, you've got to do what's right for you. We even say to clients when they come in here and they say, well, what do you think I should do? How should they eat? When should they eat it? How many times a week should they train? What do you reckon? And we go, look, let's first find out about you. Because in an ideal world,
lifestyle, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
What they do, what their family do.
We could say in an ideal world, we want you eating this, we want you eating like this, we want you eating 6 times a day, we want you training 3 times a week. We could say that to people, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to fit in with their family, their lifestyle, and what they do. So, we understand that. We understand there's going to be them problems. So, take your time, chip away, enjoy your life, and surround yourself with people who support what it is that you want to do. Mm-hmm. I think that's a good way to finish, don't you?
Yeah. If you've got any questions for next week, then drop them at, slide in DM? What do you do? Slide in the DM?
Slide the DM.
Yeah, slide into my DM.
Yeah,
slide into my DM.
Slide into DM.
Wow.
Facebook.
She hasn't said anything the entire session. And just
now she
boom, slide into my DM.
What sort of man are you looking for anyway?
Who?
What sort of
What
man
are you
are you
looking for?
Not an ugly one.
No,
Eat bread and dessert.
You got to have muscles anyway.
Muscles.
Yeah.
He's gotta have muscles. What, as in like what with some bread and some white wine sauce?
No, like.
Oh, okay.
Proper muscles.
Proper muscles.
Proper muscles.
He gotta work out.
So any questions, drop them underneath this video, post them on the Facebook Messenger or Slide Nature's DM.
Or if you want to date with Aisha, just
We can
let
sort
us know.
something out,
We
yeah.
can sort that, can't we?
I'm not going on any dates. No.
Why not?
Dates. Why? How are you going to meet a man if you don't go on a date?
If you had to go on a date, where would you go?
Where would I go?
Yeah. Where would you like to be taken?
Wetherspoons.
Who?
Wetherspoons.
You got this.
So any man out there, you got a charmer. Charmer, ain't you?
I'm
You
an
got a charmer.
absolute charm.
No, they got to charm you.
Oh, me? Oh.
Wow.
Easy date.
It's a good job we do personal training, mate, because dating advice is, we'd be out of business.
I wouldn't be.
Yeah, you would. Have a,
Slay Tinder, wouldn't he?
yeah. Have an awesome week, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.